Out of all the seasonal specials we all grew up with and watched relentlessly as kids every year, you have your mainstays like your Rudolphs, your Scary Godmothers, and your Madly Madagascars.
Is anybody even listening to me up there?
But one that I think doesn't get the attention that it rightfully deserves is a little old 45-minute long film from the year of 2005. A film which was banned in 4 countries for obscure language, nudity, and horrific violence, and which has a legacy that bleeds into the face of God. And that film is entitled Spookley the Square Pumpkin. Since I'm gearing up for the Halloween season, I thought why not take a look at this movie that we've all grown up with, but seems to be left to the wayside, at least here on YouTube, and perhaps save the cosmos from the multi-dimensional anomaly that is Spookley the Square Pumpkin. So without any further ado, let's just hop right in. So the film starts out with narration in this beautiful fall morning, where our narrator explains how this is the most beautiful pumpkin patch in the history of the world, and this little leaf falls which contains— what the hell is that? What is that? Jesus Christ, what is it? Oh, thank God, it's gonna die. Raby Baby's gonna kill it. Wait, no, Raby Baby, come back! But then we find another bat that's gonna eat our little ladybug here, and blood looks straight out of the Garfield show. And then his sister comes in and puts him down for messing around with his food, and teasing the little girl like an incel. But then his sister, who's named Bella Bat— okay, bud, lets the ladybug go because Hollywood's infested with strong, independent women. But the 2 little bats run over yonder because they find something in a leaf that they need to show their friend Jack, who's the scarecrow who overlooks the whole pumpkin patch. And as he wanders about, he knocks over all our main pumpkin characters, like the big one, the small one, the girl one, voiced by Caillou's mom.
Fuck you, Mom.
And when Jack overturns the leaf, he sees none other than our man, Spookley the Square Pumpkin, who's voiced by the same lady who voiced Gummy Bear in those weird Gummy Bear movies. We are so done. And he causes a polarized reaction within the group, where some think that he's very adorable and Chungus wholesome, while some others, and by that I mean the pumpkin who's a dick, is your classic racism stand-in. Mr. He's not like the rest of us, and he needs to be exiled and or boiled alive. And our man Little Tom here, yes, that's his actual name, and the big one's called Big Tom, very, very good guys, makes a plea for them to abandon and or destroy the Spookley Square Pumpkin Boy, and he's all like, it's not my fault that I'm a square. So in retaliation, our man Tom starts singing a tune, where he shows everybody just how unround and diabolical Spookley is, and as you can imagine, the straight heat went triple platinum outselling Drake. Ayo, Lil Tom, certified pumpkin boy, certified leading to Spookley submerging himself back into leaves as he has to hibernate for the winter. And then the scarecrow guy, whose name I already forgot, picks up our 2 asshole pumpkins and refuses to put them down unless they behave, showing clear ableism. And as the big fat one and Little Tom bounce away, he says how Spookley won't be allowed in the Jack Olympics, whatever the hell that is, which leads to an in-depth debate of the eligibility of Spookley in this year's Jack Olympics. What in the living fuck are the Jack Olympics? They say it's to find the pumpkin that's the pick of the patch each Halloween. At least I think that's what they said. I'm gonna be real, I'm watching this in 2x speed. And they keep going back and forth, leading to Spookley crying his eyes out in his little patch of grass, isolated from the outside world. And then he starts singing, from the screen to the ring. But like, a genuine question, he's just sitting around with all these other pumpkins, and like, why the hell don't these ones have faces, and why can't they talk or move? Do you have to be blessed by God himself in order to receive sentience as a pumpkin? Do these pumpkins have brains? How do they breathe? Do they have to eat? Did the US still invade Iraq in the Spookley the Square Pumpkin world? I want an in-world logbook which explains the lore of this entire universe, and I want it now! But the pumpkins and Jack make a decree that Spookley will be allowed to participate in the Jack Olympics, just as Turbo was let into the Indy 500 30 years ago today. And Jack inserts his hand into his rectal cavity and pulls out the candy corn crown, which will be awarded to whichever pumpkin wins pick of the patch. And when he's about to tell Spookley he's able to run in the election or whatever, he wanders off and finds these 3 spiders named Edgar, Alan, and Poe, who show our man Spookley what it's like to really be a pumpkin on Halloween via a very nice song. There's so many songs, this game stinks. Nah, I'm lying, this is straight heat. But they end up successful in their plight to convince Spookley that Halloween's based, but something tells me they don't have the best intentions. And then we cut back from our commercial break. There's just like these fade out and ins, and it's really funny because that's just where commercials are because this is designed for like TV. We get the first attempt at like actual humor in the movie, and it's honestly pretty good. And when Little Tom is shocked that Spookley decided to show his face around these parts, he's got to call on his boys to back him up. And after a turf war breaks out, Jack's got to come in and calm the storm. O-Block has never been more peaceful. And as the sirens blare, we've officially begun the Jack Olympics opening ceremony, where Jack, holy shit, that's why they call it that, lists out the different stages of the Jack Olympics to the pumpkin patch, where all the pumpkins get to their starting positions except for Spookley, who's all like, I don't know if I can do it. Quit your whining, maggot! I wanna bash this thing's head in with a fucking brick. And then the other bat hooks up with the 3 spiders and they're gonna eat them. Wait, I said it wrong. Wait, no. The bat wants to eat the spiders instead of just, eating them. He, of course, has to begin a musical number. God damn it! Stop!
Singing!
And all the pumpkins are lined up at the starting line for the Pumpkin 500 or whatever.
Oh, that Bella sure is sweet and nice too.
And the race begins. And as it does, Spookley's in dead last because he fucking sucks. And he falls into a pile of horse manure. And as he gets lapped by anybody and everybody, little Tom wins it big. But it turns out they cheated. I'm in awe. And now they're disqualified because I guess they like tripped Bobo earlier. I think that was it. I don't really know. I'm watching this in 4x speed now. TLDR, they Tanya Harding this shit.
Oh, Bella, you.
Who the f keep creaming? Stop the creaming!
But on the next event, it's pretty much just bowling with eggplants. And first up is the sexy one that Tucker Carlson will get mad at. And then Big and Little Tom rolled down and scored a perfect 10, which is kind of stupid because I thought they were disqualified. Jack, you lying bitch. And when Spooky's up, he again loses spectacularly, scoring a whopping grand total of 0 pins. Bro is actually pulling Concord numbers. This is crazy. And during the awards ceremony, yet again, Big and Little Tom are disqualified, which, like, I kind of get the first one, but, like, I don't really get what they did wrong here. I mean, they used their stem. Does that not count? I mean, like, do we count bodies or heads like in Monsters University? Wait, no, they don't even have bodies. They're pumpkin. What the? No. And as they're disqualified, the win then goes to Bobo again. Oh yeah, she won the first one because they got disqualified. I forgot to say that. And as they try to go to the final event, Spookley can't even get around because he's a goddamn square. Very sad day for the Spookley Nation. And when the final event is finally here, it involves shooting the pumpkins into this hole with a catapult. And as Bobo goes first, she gets a perfect score. And then Big and Little Tom go with Big Tom's fat ass getting caught in the net. And it launches them sky high. And now that it's Spookley's turn, how did you think this was gonna go? Cut to the crowning ceremony, we get to see that Bobo wins the Jack Olympics, resulting in the spiders ditching our man as he fails to secure the candy corn crown. And then to celebrate, the 3 cantaloupe girls or whatever, I haven't mentioned them this whole time, and they have been there. They're just kind of like cheerleaders, I guess. Yeah, they start singing or something, and then, oh crap, the clouds of Cthulhu rise again. And it starts destroying everything and starts attacking the city. As all the pumpkins start bouncing and rolling around, they're all completely round as opposed to Spookley, who's firmly planted on the ground since his ass is flatter than grass, resulting in Spookley able to enact his revenge on everybody who has ever wronged him in the past. No more will Spookley remain as an outcast. He will be the only pumpkin left in this world. At least that's what my fanfiction says. But in reality, the candy corn crown is lost to the winds. No! And all 3 of the other main pumpkins are caught in this stick, but it's too heavy for all 3 of them to hold. So little Tom, the heartless bastard, just lets go of Bobo. But as soon as Jack tries to help all the pumpkins, he gets caught on this tree branch that's lit on fire that's gonna kill him. Jesus Christ, this movie got dark instantly. Even though the fire is in the rain. I don't know how that happens. Make the CinemaSins ding sound effect. There you go. But Spookley gets the idea to put the flames out with the water from the water tower, but is able to redirect the water overflow due to his square shape, dousing the flames and saving Jack's hay-filled ass. But all the pumpkins are gonna fall into the stream, but Spookley comes to the rescue, stopping the wheel and saving their lives. Then as the sun rises on a new pumpkin day, it turns out they are all wrong about Spookley. In reality, he saved their asses. And little Tom admits that being round isn't all that it's cracked up to be. And they all agree that it's okay to be square. If he was an oval though, his ass would be dead. Okay, but like, what if he was the shape of Optimus Prime?
I'll kill you!
And this brings us to the ending of our film. And considering this is an animated movie from the year 2005, how do you think it ends? As all of our foolish ghouls dance the night away, the farmer, who hasn't been in this movie whatsoever until just now, comes out to check the crops for the Halloween night. And I guess they all go Toy Story mode, which I guess is a thing that they gotta do. And as the farmer sees Spookley, he is absolutely amazed and decides to make him his prime display for the 2005 holiday season. Meaning Spookley is going to get gutted, stabbed, and drained of his life essence for one night so that kids dressed up as Skibidi Toilet can be given razor blades in their candy. And as Spooky shines so bright on a holiday night, our narrator closes the film. And there you go. There's Spookley the Square Pumpkin. I gotta say, this film is nothing like how I remember it. Well, granted, I don't really remember much other than the fact that there was a square pumpkin. He was a jack-o'-lantern at the end of it. Everybody was, like, really racist towards him. And, yeah, that was kind of all I remembered. And, I mean, yeah, all that's in the movie, I guess. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was expecting it to be more crazy. Like, to have batshit insane moments that'd be really funny out of context. Like, I don't know, maybe we'd have one of those videos by now that says Spookley the Square Pumpkin, but the context has been gutted out and turned into a jack-o'-lantern. But honestly, this film is way more tame and generic than I remember. I mean, granted, I haven't watched this movie in at least 10 years, but considering how long it took me to rewatch Mr. Peabody and Sherman and Home, and I pretty much remember nothing about those 2 movies, and they both ended up being masterpieces of insanity, I guess my standards have been raised too much. Fuck you, Sherman. I mean, it's still an enjoyable film. if you're under the age of 9. I mean, it's not as rewatchable as an adult as something like Rudolph or Frosty, but it's a standard inoffensive direct-to-DVD and TV movie for kids, and our production value is pretty good here. It's got a lot of good squash and stretch animation and nice colors and lighting to make everything look nice and appealing to kids. This film's definitely up to snuff for the time, and shockingly, the movie's still pretty culturally relevant, cause yeah, this wasn't the only film. Yeah, there is a lot of Spookley content I don't think a lot of people know about. Like, for example, Spookley and the Christmas Kittens. It's a fucking pumpkin. This is just an entirely other film that has to do with Christmas instead, and no, I'm not watching it. Why are there cats? Why is it snowing? Don't pumpkins rot in the snow? And like, what the fuck? Why are the Christmas kittens hanging out with Spookley? That's stupid. Or what about Spookley and the Square Pumpkin shorts, which are all available for free on the official Spookley the Square Pumpkin YouTube channel as of right now, where we have Spookley doing all kinds of different activities, like teaching children about the world and all kinds of goober nonsense. And most importantly, we have something called the Spookley Halloween Show, which is a 15-minute puppet show that's on the YouTube channel, and is one of the oddest pieces of media I've ever seen. The mouths on the puppets are kind of very unsettling. That shit looked like Amy's Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric model. And, yeah, this sure is a Halloween special on YouTube, I think. I mean, everything has alright production value, I guess. They seem to have a whole team working on this, and Jack is just, like, a real guy. I looked into this guy's IMDb. He has done literally nothing in acting besides this special. Quit while you're ahead, I guess, Chief. But all this is just hysterical to me that it even exists. As of this morning, when I was writing the script, I didn't even know there was more than just one movie. I thought they just released the first one in 2005 and called it a day. There's a whole goddamn Spookley multiverse out there. Like, for example, merchandise. Because, holy Jesus, he still has merchandise that comes out this year. Whether it be Halloween decorations, plush, inflatable Spookleys, which missed the entire goddamn point because it makes him round, you idiot! He can't keep getting away with this! And he's even one of those weird little storybook box thingies from Target that make noise when you put them on the learning box thing for kids. If I lived near a Target, I would have filmed some bit where I go there and buy it, but I don't live near one, so like, imagine this is Spookley here, okay? But I believe that brings us to the end of our Spookley adventure. This was just a short little video I wanted to make for the Halloween season. And tell me what you guys think. Should I make more of these for certain occasions? Let me know. It was fun to go through memory lane on this Spooky the Square poo-poo. And who knows, maybe we could look at some other stuff for Christmas. Whoa. But I guess for the time being, subscribe right now or I'm gonna crush you like a wallet and make you look like Spookley this Halloween.